Alright, now this is pretty typical of this river. The other spot's an easy spot to fish, but this spot is on the trickier side because you can see all the logs that crisscross the river. But this is exactly where brook trout like to hang out because there's lots of cover, and even though the water's, you know, shallow, but I can't see down to the bottom, they're protected from predators. So I can easily get a line. Well, I can get a line in. The problem is getting the line out. So again, underhand cast, and I'm just going to try to get it in the current and then let the current do the work from there. I'm going to keep my rod tip out of the way, and I'm watching my line sit on top of the water, right on the top, and I'm watching. That's my float, and once the line goes, I got to take there now. So my line starts peeling. I can wait a few seconds till the fish gets back and takes the worm down, and then I slowly reel up until I feel, wait, I missed it. Oh, I didn't miss it. No, I missed it. I had one take, and then the fish let go, and then as I was reeling up, I had another take. Alright, I've rigged back up again. We're going to do the same thing. That was a small fish, and the small fish is not necessarily good news to me. It makes me think maybe there's only a couple small ones in here. I like to catch a big fish at the start, and then catch the next big fish in the pool. Anyway, put it back out there, let the current swing it back into cover. There's a really nice bit of cover way over here on the left. You may not be able to see on the camera. There. Now I've got movement, and it's sat. So the fish isn't moving with it. It could be a small one not able to move the worm. So we'll just reel up slowly. Sometimes they pull up current too, because they want to take it away from their competitors. There we go, we've got one on here now. Now the big trick is to steer it out of cover, and then once you get it to shore, you kind of want to swing it up and get it all out of the mess. Okay, there we go. Oh, get the camera rigged up here. So anytime you're creek fishing, the idea is to get those fish out of the river bottom as fast as possible, because if you don't and they fall off, back in the creek they go, and then you don't get it. So here's another one. Again, it took it pretty deep. These are fish we're eating for lunch, so we're not terribly concerned about killing them. But if you let it, the longer you sit, the more the fish is going to take them deep, and they take the deep anyway, no matter what, because we're working with live bait. It's to them it's a meal, so they're going to get that down as fast as possible so another fish doesn't. Okay, now this is a pretty good hole. I managed to get two more. So I took a little bit of time with my saw, which I carry with me, just to cut a few of the branches away on the side that normally would hang me up. And now I have access, really good access to this pool here, and I'm going to come back at some point. So I always carry this saw with me because I like to cut a few limbs here and there just to make it easier to get here. Otherwise it would be nearly impossible because it gets really super thick in here. Anyway, so because I got two, it's giving me enough confidence to think, you know, two rather easily. And I actually just missed another one. I think I might be able to get one more out of here. My worm's a little bit on the small side. I don't like to have just a little tiny worm, but for the sake of this video, we'll just toss it out there. We're going to see if we can get another take. Now I've got it nice and opened up, and the fish are going to like to hang all under that junk out there, and then they're going to be watching upstream here for anything that's trickling down. See, I got a take. I don't know if you can see the line or not. Something just grabbed it and pulled. Now it's really got it. Let's see, it stopped again. So you get a pretty good idea what the fish is doing underwater. So now it's sitting, so I think we reel up a little bit and see if we've got any tension on the rod. There it is. Oh, let go. Oh, you get a nice swirl over there. came back. It might have come back for the worm. So I might have it now. Yep. Okay, there it goes. Oh, it's a jumper. Nice. Okay. So there we go. Now we're gonna have to double check to see how many fish I've got, because I might be at my limit, which is great, and my family's gonna be pretty happy too. So let's get this out. Like I say, you got to be pretty rough with them when they swallow it. And all right, so let's do a count. We'll see where we're at. Might be done for the day. Okay, forgot to mention, don't think fishing for brook trout is as easy as I've made it look. I've been fishing brook trout for about 20 years. I also didn't fish the first place I found. In fact, I walked back a good 45 minutes to some pretty thick stuff where most people won't come back this far. When I was a kid, I used to do the same thing. My goal was always 5 fish. I'd start off at a culvert, this is up north, and I'd walk back and fish every single hole until I had 5 fish, and I wouldn't give up. And sometimes I'd go back a kilometer, and sometimes I'd be pretty lucky right at the start. But yeah, so you're not gonna catch fish at every hole, and you're not gonna catch fish, you know, at the roadside. You're not gonna catch fish, brook trout anyway, the further you go back. I mean, that's the mystique of brook trout fishing. Everybody knows they're associated with wilderness, and even when you're in a fairly urban area, it's the same thing. The further you go, the more luck you'll have. So another thing I like about brook trout is they're so easy to clean. So to clean a brook trout, all you got to do is make a cut up behind the neck, follow that fin right up, and then right up and behind the head, right here, and then flip your fish over, and then you're going to find the rear end of the fish right here, and you're going to go straight up, and then once you get that through, you've got all the guts on the inside here. So you take the head, and sometimes it doesn't cooperate, so come back and cut the back here, get through those bones, and then, sorry, dropped it. Twist the head off and discard that, and then on the inside all you're left with is the dorsal aorta, which runs on the back side of the fish. So you clean that out, and then you work your thumb up and down here and get rid of all the inside, wash that out, and you're all set to go. And this fish, all the skin is all edible, and it's actually really good. And I'll continue the rest of the video. Maybe I'll show you how I cook my fish at home, how I prefer to do it, and I'll do that in the oven. So next time you see me, I might be at home.